Back to the weather emergency in southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. Let's go to Brisbane. The Queensland Premier David Crisafulli joins us. Premier, good to have you with us. I know you're busy. Just what are the latest warnings that you've got this morning?
G'day, Peter. Well, overnight the cyclone did intensify and it is heading towards the coast. So all of the models show that we will have a coastal crossing somewhere between Thursday afternoon and to Friday morning. Now, that zone has also tightened a little bit, so somewhere between the Gold Coast and the Sunshine Coast. And as it gets closer, those details will continue to firm up. So we're asking people at the moment to get ready, and we've been saying this message for a few days. Days are now becoming hours, so do all you can to get the information and get your home and your family ready, and we're doing that. We've got a website which is disaster.qld.gov.au. We're asking people to go on there. All of the local governments have what they call their storm surge mappings on there as well. So just get the information about how it relates to your property and stay connected during the course of the day.
Couple of points. What kind of impact are you most concerned about? I know I asked you this same question a couple of days ago, but is it still the same answer? Is it, the heavy rain, the flooding, coastal erosion, which we are already seeing in Bribie Island and parts of Stradbroke Island too?
Very much so, Peter. We had some really big waves off Strata yesterday, north of 7 metres and growing. So that's the first phase. The second phase is when it crosses, and you'll see damaging and destructive winds when that happens. And then you're right, it is the flooding, it's the water that comes off it that often in disasters presents as big an opportunity. So we're just saying to people, just avail yourself of the information and do the little things today to prepare your home. So just have a look around, see what loose items you've got. Do everything you can to make sure you don't have trees hanging over your property. Get a box with your valuables, all your identification, passports, etc. It's always good if you do need to leave your home. Tin food, bottled water, that's all important. And above all, stay connected. Stay connected, because if someone turns up at your door and says, you are in an evacuation zone because of these factors, and we will give that information to people as they come to hand. As I get the information, Queenslanders will get it. And if you do that, if you stay connected, I have every faith that people will get through this. I've seen a lot of these in North and Far North Queensland, and those communities have dealt with it brilliantly over the years. And I've seen the way that Southeast Queenslanders have handled flooding over the years. It is an added challenge because of the wind, but it's not insurmountable and people will get through it.
Let's get to some shortages. We're seeing supplies stripped off shelves, at supermarkets such as Woolies and Coles. Premier, you've also got shortages when it comes to sandbags at the moment. The Deputy Prime Minister on the program a short time ago saying that there are options available when it comes to defence. So how do you think you need to plug those gaps?
Well, I'll address both. So on the sandbagging, the local governments have requested more sandbags, and Defence have also been really a great part of that solution in getting them to them. So more arrived overnight and they will get out there. Councils are also doing all they can to try to speed up those lines. Those facilities are run by councils, and it's important that we do everything we can to get people in and out so they can go home and get ready. So that's the first element. You also mentioned about the supermarkets. The Deputy Premier yesterday agreed that overnight supermarkets can begin 24/7 resupply from those warehouses. That's never been done before, and we're doing that because when in North Queensland, the reason why they couldn't get in was because of the road being blocked, and therefore we had to go via air. Well, in this case, there's no reason why we can't have trucks going north and south and resupplying. So we've said to the supermarkets, we'll do all we can to help you. We want you to mobilise as best you can, because people are heeding the warning and they're going in and they're getting their supplies, and that's exactly what should be happening.
All right, that's the Queensland Premier David Crisafulli. Thanks as always for your time, Premier.